Hello everybody, welcome back to B2D6. Today we're going to be doing a boss challenge of Phase on Firing Range. And the reason why I'm doing this is because currently there is a bug with Elite Lunarius on the new map. Because originally this was supposed to be Elite Lunarius on the Castle Revenge map, but for some strange reason Lunarius decided to do a funny and completely just throw balloons, right? Pink balloons, just straight into the exit without any real way to pop them. Essentially just forcing me to lose lives. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing this today. And, well, at the start of this video, right, because it was originally supposed to be a rant video, and it still is going to be a rant video. So if you're just here for the gameplay, skip to this time on screen. But what I want to talk about today is comments. Everybody's been on the... If you've been on the internet long enough, you'll know that comments are a bit of a boogeyman, because it's a bit of a mixed bag what you'll get with the comments, because sometimes you'll get a good comment, you know, something that'll make your day better, something that'll make, you know, that day, right, even if it was miserable or shitty or already a good day, even better, you know, it's great. But what I'm here to talk about is specifically the comments that are not positive. So stuff that is very... you know, matter of fact, that give, you know, highly, like, overly critical comments, Reddit energy comments, angry comments, upset comment, that kind of stuff, you know. The first one I want to cover here is angry comments. I don't know why people just love to, you know, go on a video and then just straight up just, like, say, you know, you suck, or, you know, fuck you, or whatever. It's just like, I get, you know, they're using the internet to, you know, do whatever they want, because honestly, at the end of the day, that is essentially the reason why people leave all these different comments. But I just want to know the thought process of somebody who decided to leave a comment that is an angry comment that, you know, goes something along the lines that I just want to know the thought process, you know what I mean? So I just want to be inside of their head when they make that comment. Whether, you know, it be they don't like the person, or they don't like the content, or they just want to be an asshole. You know. The next one, right, is the very Reddit energy comments. These comments are very, you know, I'm sure people know what I mean by Reddit energy, but if you don't, there's a thing on Reddit where a lot of people like to go, oh, you know, say like somebody asks a question about, I don't know, something that has like psychology, you know, like a psychological question. You'll have people that are obviously, you know, trying to be a Reddit armchair, you know, psychologist, but there's also going to be people that, you know, say, hey, you know, like, I don't know, fucking the psychological expert here, you know, like, I have a PhD in this, or, you know, whatever, that kind of thing, you know. A good example of that's the best example I can think of at the moment, without going into too much detail. But they say that, right? Say like, you know, lawn expert here, and then they'll go into this massive rant that does one of two things. It either has nothing to do with what the question originally asked, or it completely goes against what the question originally asked, or, you know, what the original opinion was, or, you know, whatever. And I just, again, I want to know the thought process, because I want to know the thought process, because it's a morbid curiosity of mine why some people will make these kinds of comments. And I love seeing them just to try and get in their head to see what were they thinking when they made a comment like this. You know, like what were they thinking it was gonna help? Were they thinking like, you know, what do they just want to like talk? Like, you know, like what? But there's also the very matter-of-fact comments, right? Which, again, I just want to know the thought process of people who leave behind these kinds of comments. But the very matter-of-fact ones that, like, you read it, right? And as you're reading it, you can hear the energy of just that nerd gif, right? The nerd emoji gif, where the bro just fucking, like, pushes up his glasses and goes, actually, that kind of thing, you know what I mean? And I just want to know, you know, I want to know the thought process, you know, when they made the comment. Maybe they were thinking they were helping, you know, I don't know. All I know is that it's always been more of a fascination of mine, and And maybe it's not a good morbid fascination, who knows? But I just want to know, you know what I mean? I know I keep repeating words, but that's just the way I work. The last one I want to talk about. Oh boy, the last one. Because I know there was one more. I'm blanking out on it right now. I remember now. It's the highly critical comments. The ones that will say, that will criticize, piece of content that you've made or something like that. And they will leave behind an excessively long, excessively unneeded paragraph of just like different things, and it would all boil down to just one point that they could very easily point out in like 2 or 3 sentences, but they had to go on this long, like 24-hour read of a rant or a paragraph, and that's a little bit hypocritical for me to say, because I'm not really ranting about it, I'm more like talking about it because I want to know the thought process. But it's just that kind of stuff, and it always has me morbidly fascinated about whenever people leave these kinds of comments, because it's just like, what were you thinking when you made that comment? Like, I want to know why you thought it would be a good idea to leave this kind of comment, because obviously, criticism is always welcome, for, at least for me, I always welcome criticism in my videos. Like, if you want me to, do less editing or do more editing, or just want to, do this or that, or if you want me to show all the boss tiers, something like that. I'm always welcome to criticism on how I can make my content better. But, like, there's a certain point, even for me, where I begin to say, okay, this person is just, like, finding things, like, being critical of things just to be critical. You know what I mean? Just to put themselves up on a sort of high horse. That they're just like, I was highly critical of you because, this, and this. You know what I mean? Just to try and make themselves feel better, if that makes sense. And I don't know if it's just me, right? Maybe it is just me. Maybe I'm just being me. Maybe I'm just being, well, as some people would say, soft. But I wouldn't really call it that. I would call it more like lazy. Because I'm not reading through all of that fucking paragraph that you just wrote, but I want to know the thought process. You know what I mean? Like, if you know the thought process, or you want to know why, or you want to maybe leave an opinion on the thought process, leave a comment in the comments below. I would love to see your opinions on why some people would leave these kinds of comments and think it was a good idea. But anyway, we're gonna get into the boss tiers now. I'm gonna shut the hell up because I know that people don't really like these commentary focused videos, especially when it's supposed to be focused around the gameplay. So I will shut up now, and we will get into the boss tiers. So here we are at tier 1. Tier 1 should go down no problems at all, especially with this guy on the team. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him an alchemist, because, simply because, why not, I mean, like, it's an alchemist, it should help a little bit in the damage. I'm going to simply just let this play out. I mean, like, we've seen this time and time again. The elite defender can always deal with tier 1 of elite phase, no problems at all. So tier 1 went down actually pretty easily. I mean, like, obviously, with this guy on the team. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to obviously sell this guy, sell all the other guys, and not the dart monkeys. I'll probably use the dart monkeys as like some sort of defense. I don't know. But I will meet you back at tier 2. Now, if you know elite boss strats by now, you should already know what's coming. I mean, like, I have the tower. I'm getting the money. We're gonna go for the mad. Obviously, that's how most elite bosses work. It's not gonna be too bad. The only thing I'm a little worried about is how far the portal actually goes. Because he'll get down to, like, the 3rd last area, like, turning the corner kind of shit. And I'm a little worried about that, I'm not gonna lie. But other than that, it should go down relatively easily, no problems at all. And I mean, like, that's just the entirety of this tier, honestly. I mean, like, the mad is just too good. Like, the strat has never changed. It's always just been the mad for tier 2. And I find it hilarious. So tier 2 goes down relatively easily. No issues at all. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to sell this guy. I'm obviously going to get the now more expensive Banana Central, because I do want to do a science video on whether it would be more beneficial to go for a Banana Central or just a bunch of BRFs, at this point. Especially with the, as you can see, very unneeded nerf for this. But anyway, I will meet you back at tier 3, because Well, I mean, it's just the same old farming, really. It is, with a little bit of an extra expensive banana essential, because for some fucking reason Ninja Kiwi's just like, oh, you know, we're gonna nerf the thing that is already not really that good. We hope you enjoy! So we're at the cusp of tier 3 here, and what I'm gonna do is, obviously I'm gonna go for the Apex Plasma Master. That's just how things go at this point, you know, that's just the standard strat. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do that. 25, shouldn't be all that bad. And that is the entirety of this tier. What I am going to do is I am going to go for a little bit of extra damage amplification. This guy, if I can actually get the cripple mob going. But other than that, that should be the entirety of this tier. Like the Dart Paragon will deal with this entire tier 3 all on its own, as he normally does. So tier 3 goes down. Obviously, it wasn't too bad. Dart Paragon smoked it, obviously. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep farming. I'm going to fill out the rest of the Empire here. I'm going to meet back tier 4, where we're probably, I want to say, going to go for the Ninja Paragon, but again, I don't know. We will have to see. So tier 4 is here. He exists. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this. All right, we're going to grab this guy, and we're just going to make the Ascended Shadow. You know, we're just going to do it. I don't know how high. It's roughly 30, so that's okay. Obviously, we're going to get some damage amplification, help them out a little bit. But again, they shouldn't need it. I mean, like, they should deal with tier 4 all on their own. But again, just in case they do need it, I am going to go for a little bit of damage amplification, although, I mean, as you can see, it's not needed at all. So tier 4 went down with no problems at all. As I said, the Dart Paragon and the Ninja Paragon dealt with them easily. No issues at all. But I will meet you back at tier 5, where we're probably going to go for a very, very fat level Ace Paragon. So tier 5 is about to come out here. Actually, it is out because I just sent it. But tier 5 shouldn't be too bad. I'm not expecting tier 5 to be that much of an issue. I mean, like, we have 3 Paragons on them. We have a pretty decent level Ace Paragon here. We have the Dart Paragon, and we have the Ninja Paragon. With the damage amplification, this should be fairly easy, I want to say. It's getting a little scary all the way in the back here, but it shouldn't be too bad. And there he goes. Yeah, he's dead. They get a little scary, getting all the way to the very back corner, but again, it's not too bad. So that is all for today's video. If you did like it, please make sure to comment, like, subscribe, all of that YouTuber stuff. Again, if you do want to give your opinion or your thoughts about why people leave those kinds of comments in the comments down below, please do so. I love to hear other people's opinions, and I'll see you next time.